Namatu Ratana Tayasa. May I pay homage to Triple Zim, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. My respect goes to my parents and my teachers. Hello, good evening everyone. So today is Friday, the 2nd of April 2021. This is Ajahn Sujan from Varapunya Meditation Center, Aberdeen, Scotland. Hi everyone. Hello Yvonne. Hello Margaret. Hello Emma and everyone. Hello Yvonne. Emma, good evening. Good evening everyone. So today is a Good Friday. So I wonder why it is good. Good Friday. Anything good things that you have done today? If you haven't done anything good, then how come it can be a Good Friday? Okay, so this is a Good Friday, basically the holiday time. And as we know that the Good Friday comes with a weekend and also extra one holiday, which is on Monday. Unfortunately, me haven't got any holidays. Oh, so sad. So being a Good Friday, weather-wise, not that good. It's very chilly and very cold. So I went out and do some physical work, recycling. As some of you may have seen, Yvonne was taking videos and helping me and making chairs for the garden. So Yvonne was working hard. So whenever people come to the temple, they have to work. In Sri Lankan community or in Sri Lanka, they say that even a dog comes to a temple, and then the monks will find job for them. So be conscious, okay? Whenever you come to the temple, Ajahn Sujan will find something for you to do. So in that way, this is a Good Friday, yeah? It's a good for me, good for temple. So you will have something to do. Okay? If you feel that you don't want to work, then do not come to the temple. Okay? So this is a Good Friday. And we have recycled and make some benches so that we can use it in the garden. Actually, we're waiting for the skip, and before the skip arrives, we have burned few already and recreated a few benches as well. It's a perfect. And as we know that the Good Friday in Easter is also something that new things arises. Yeah, and particular this Friday, known as, in a way, sad day, but however it is called Good Day. Yeah, Good Friday. Sad in a way that Jesus was taken and given a death, basically crucified. And this crucifixion begins the resurrection, the theory of the resurrection of the Jesus. So this is basically death and resurrection, and a celebration of it. And if you look at the calendar, this is the only day in a Western calendar always changes. Christmas won't change. It's always the same day, 25th of December. But this Easter will be changing every day, every year. and that's simply because it is based on moon calendar. And when we look at the even a Buddhist calendar or Muslim calendar, or in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, India, even in Thailand, use a moon calendar for all the ceremonies, all the events. So that's why we have a Vesak day is always different day. This year's Vesak day falls in somewhere 23rd, I think. I don't remember now. Vesak celebration always in different days. Similarly, our Buddhist Lent also falls in a different months. And always have a problem with the celebration of the Buddhist events because it lies sometimes in a weekday and other times is in weekends. And as a result of that, oftentimes I try to celebrate, even though it's in a small scale or just the monks try to celebrate on an exact day in accordance with the moon calendar. That's right, Margaret, it depends on the moon. That's why Easter is always different. When I reflect this Easter, what we need to remember in our life that we have been through so many difficult times, and then we have been so many difficult ways, and sometimes it's like a chance for us too. And with what we need to remember that emotionally we have been going through and suddenly we found a way to live our life. Then we should live very skillfully, use every time in a very good way. Sometimes you may go into some rituals to feel better and a feeling that I am a new person. Other times you don't have to go to the any rituals or any faith groups to feel that you are different. You can change your life. All what need is you have realized it. You have understood it. Similar way, I have heard a few stories that they were in a very difficult situation, difficulties in life, and suddenly found a way. And having found a way, they have lived a beautiful life after. And every time, every minute becomes so important and become so skilled in living it. Kind of giving a second chance to live a life. And as a Buddhist again, a Buddhist monk in particular, and Buddhist nuns, when you become a Buddhist monk or a nun, it's like a new birth you have taken. It's like you have been reborn again. So, the very moment when you become a monk or become a nun, there will be a ceremony. And through that ceremony, your name will be changed. And you will be called different name. Like Tita Dammo, before his ordination, he was known as Karl. His name was Karl or Dushant. The real name is Dushant. And after he became a monk, his name became a Tita Dammo. And nowadays, he will be known as a Tita Dammo. And then he is like a 1-year-old baby. I like to be a 1-year-old baby, so I can do anything. Yeah? So, it's like a new life is given. And with this new life, a monk will be living in accordance with the moral and ethical living. A purification of their minds, an accumulation of wholesome deeds. in their lives, perfecting their perfections and accumulation of merits, wholesome deeds, and unveiling all the ignorance that one has. So that's why it's a very important in our life, once we have realized, doesn't matter what it is, and we're going through the suffering, it's like a new life has been given. And now we have to use it very carefully. That is like a resurrection. Resurrection. Rather than running into the same mud, same dirty water, and thinking that it helps us to be clean again. Forget about the past. All the traumas, all the stresses, all the problems that you have been through. Now you have realized it. Now you're going into the new life, new forms, everything is new now. So live with the new agendas, the skillful way, and like a new life. In Thai tradition, there is a ceremony which normally people come to do. And this is, the ceremony is called kind of Easter way, Easter ceremony. But there is no fixed time to do like in an Easter. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel something is going wrong and causing a trouble in your life, then they would come to the temple and then ask for that ceremony. And the ceremony is first is called dying. And then a second ceremony is called birth or resurrection. In this dying, what happens is that suppose you're going through a very difficult time in your life, whether it is because job loss or because the family or because it doesn't matter what you are doing, always there is something blocking or always something problems, then basically you are dying from this existence. And in this process, what normally monk will do will be using a white cloth put over the body, and that is like you are dead. And then you are lying, and the monks will be chanting a few stanzas, and then you will be asked to stand up. So basically, monk will take the white cloth out, and then you will ask to move. I think I have told this story before. And then you will again request it to lie down. When you are requested to lie down, again it will be covered by the same piece of cloth, the white cloth, and will be chanting again. There will be a few verses. Yeah. And after this, monks will be giving a blessing water, saying that now your resurrection has come, you are a new person, leave all the stories behind, all the problems behind, and do not worry about it. Now it's like a cleansed. It's like a baptism. You have baptized like that. So cleansed all your problems and then move on with a new life. And this similarly, this way, we all need to think about it in our life. We've been through so many troubles. No one has got no troubles in their lives. And the most important thing here is that the moment when we've gone through it, we should be move on rather than dwelling into the past, dwelling into those moments, dwelling into those stress and anxiety and troubles. We simply move on to this new life that we have gained. And with this moving on to the new life, we should rejoice and celebrate that this second chance that we have got. I was told a beautiful story that a person was severely ill. And it was so painful that there was always a desire of a death. And somehow she got an opportunity to revamp herself and live a life, and got better and better in her life. And it is even more better, she said, coming to practice meditation. And I feel so, a joy, and I feel so emotional as well, seeing that I am also part of appreciating this new chance or new life is given. So that's why this new life that you have got, we have to celebrate it. And the way she was telling me that every minute is the minute that she is living. And she even said that you have to learn to live your life before it's too late. I love that sentence. I love that sentence. So we have to live our life before it's too late. And I think this is what is missing in many of us. We normally run through the different problems and always running after the clock, and forgot to live our life properly. We went into so many traumas and always dwelling into those wrongdoings and dwelling into the dwelling into those past regrets and faults. That doesn't help. Margaret says that don't nearly die until you start living. So isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And many of us, because we are so much in this cycle of mechanism of production and reproduction and consume and consumerism, we forgot to live our life. Do not wait to celebrate this life. Doesn't matter what problem you have, and doesn't matter what problem you have been through. It's like a time to reflect that those were past, those have gone. It's like the lesson had learned, all those lessons we have learned. It's gone now. This new chapter begins. And every new chapter that we begins, every day is a new day, and every day is a new life, and every day is a new chapter in our life. So we have to use it. We have to learn to celebrate and learn to live this life in its fullest. And this is, I would say, the message for this Easter. No one is free with these problems, and everyone has gone through with it. All what we need is to move on with our life and using and celebrating. Similar way, when I was attending a pagan's celebration, it's a winter equinox, December 21st, I think. Normally, I was invited to join these ceremonies, particularly Bruce. He normally lead the ceremony. There is a fire labyrinth. And there was one night I was attending this fire labyrinth. And I asked, what is the significance of this fire labyrinth? And he explained it so beautifully. This fire labyrinth signifies the new beginning. And this is again exactly the same, that the 21st of December is regarded as the darkest night in the West. And after 21st, gradually you will get the new lights, or more lights beginning to gain every day, until the March. Yeah. And this is the March time. That's why there's always time changes. So this beautiful story that the Bruce told me on that night was that as you go into the fire labyrinth, every step that you are taking into the fire labyrinth basically reflect that anything that is bothering you, anything, that problem that causing you a trouble, anything that you want to leave behind, let them burn and let them leave behind of this labyrinth. And walk very mindfully, walk with full of the thought of leaving all things behind. And as you arrive at the middle of this fire labyrinth, gather all those energies from the middle of the fire labyrinth, and gathering all the support from our all ancestors and all the environments, all these elements from the earth. And as you walk coming out from the labyrinth, so you are going through one way, one direction, and coming out from the another. So as you are walking out from the middle of the fire labyrinth, you are gaining the energies and a feeling of a new life beginning in you. So new skill, new life is coming to you. And as you go out from the labyrinth, a new beginning starts. So this is a beautiful, a sign or a symbol this ceremony is. And as a result of that, there was a 1 year, and I think it was 2017, I even requested Bruce to have this fire labyrinth in May 21st. And we had it here in our center. I love it. This ceremony is simply, it gives us a lot of insight into it and a lot of preparation, helping us to grow in this path, to leave the past and go behind, go beyond. I think recently one of the very famous a guy who also wrote a book called Rather Than Bounce Back, he's saying that bouncing forward. Isn't that beautiful? We normally think about bounce back. Now here is bouncing forward. And that is exactly what the Buddha's teaching is about. Buddha's teachings is saying, Atitang nanva makhaya. Napatikanke anakatang. Which means, forget about the past. The lesson that we have learned is learned. Leave behind. Let's celebrate the new life that you have. Let's celebrate the new day that you are gaining. And living this life fullest. And when you are living your life fullest in this new life that you have gained every day, and that is, you have to be mindful of what you are doing when you are doing. And this is related to the last night talk. Do not be under the influence of ignorance and doing, very shamelessly and fearlessly any unwholesome deeds. But do things with wise and skillfully. And do good things that will bring happiness to yourself, and then happiness that will radiate to the others. Brings harmony, brings happiness to both of us. Both, everyone. So this is the message I would like to convey for tonight as being a Good Friday. And I bless you all. Take this an opportunity that doesn't matter what troubles you're having, doesn't matter what problems you're going through, doesn't matter what you have done bad things. Leave behind. This is a Good Friday. So leave today, leave tonight. When you wake up tomorrow, think about you are a new person resurrecting from this old past, like a sleep mode to the awakened mode, and be happy. Live life. as the Margaret said, I will end with her message saying, don't nearly die until you start living. So I end here. Thank you very much for listening. May you all be well and happy. May the Buddha Dhamma Sangha bless you for good health and a successful life and new beginnings. So thank you. In a few moments' time, we're going to have evening chanting and guided meditation. You're most welcome to join with us. Until then, good night and see you shortly. Thank you.